There are some women who are in relationships with men. There is no emotional connection,
Yeah, they
right?
come to me.
But she is just well taken
Just
care of and
charge
she
them.
don't give a damn. That's just the fact. There are situations, I'm not saying that's me.
They don't care if he has sex or anything.
Don't care, don't
got
give a
the
damn
bag.
because that's what they require.
Yeah.
Some women require that security and that's just it. They wanna make sure, look, I don't care as long as I can live in a nice lavish place. I can go shopping. My baby got the new Louis cart to go with the carriage, and I can stunt on my friends, and we can go on trips. There are some women that don't give a damn about what their man feel. Those women keep those men happy by not doing too much, not asking a lot of questions. I'm right, right?
They let them do
What they
want to
wanna
do.
do.
That goes to stuff that we talked about before when I said that there are women out there that willingly and know that their man is doing things and they don't say nothing because they're comfortable. And that's cool if that's what they want to go by, if that's what works for that dude. But what I wanted to get back to right here was, if y'all know, we done said, both men here done said that the first thing that the man wants is security, first and foremost. Everything that y'all said was not about security. Kamalini, no disrespect, because you're good, I'm not gonna cap. But you said, you know, I'm running down to him, my goals, my this, my that. And the number one thing that I always say to my wife, and this is real, is I say, women have a tendency to think about themselves, and then their kids, and then the man. The man thinks about us. He has to. Because we look at the woman that if my wife is not secure and she's out there raggedy, I'm raggedy. Okay? If she got money and she's rolling and I'm not, and I'm looking a little raggedy, you know what they're gonna say to me? Yo, your man need to get a job. Period. So that's how we looking for the security. Like we need that from y'all first and foremost in order for us to go to the next level. And what's real is I never even thought about that until we got on the show. It's just something that I went about with feeling. When you're secure with a woman, you'll do anything for them.
It's natural.
They
Like
could
I said,
have
the
a
desire is there.
whole nother boyfriend and everything, and you be like, I'm cool with her. I feel like she's straight with me, and you'll be like, I will help you out, do whatever you're trying to do. But security with us, if you pay attention, is first and foremost in my mind. Three things that would make me feel secure.
I asked you that.
I won. The first thing is if she's financially stable, then that would make me feel secure with what I'm spending, with what she's spending. I'm totally cool with that. How she makes me feel, the vibe that I get around her. I'm a big vibey person. I take time. I really, even if I'm with you for a day, you don't know I'm looking at you, but I'm studying everything that you do. So I'm big on the vibe that you bring me back. And if we could talk, because women that don't talk normally, they got a lot of stuff to hide. So you already know if I'm talking to her, I really don't want to touch on that. I really want to go there. Why are we talking about that? Once we talk, because I'm open, I'm free. So if you want to know something from me, if I could talk to you, then yes, I definitely would start to feel secure with you. That would be getting us the first base for me to say I can now move on and explore things with you.
But I think it's sort of the same with women too, because we look for the same type of security and safety. So it's just how we interpret it, because we're a little bit more emotional. Women tend to be a little bit more emotional, but it's the same.
Don't do that.
But it's general though.
I'm gonna go after you.
I'll say my piece. Like, I am that emotional woman.
But you see how you changed it, right? We using the word security, but we realize we shifting it. And you just use the word emotional, you shifting like, well, men or women are more than men. Men have emotions too.
But it's a different type of emotion.
All right, but it comes off like yours is a little hierarchy. That's what I'm just saying.
I would agree. I would agree.
But you're not saying it, because you just said women are more emotional. Guys, like, no. And I'm not gonna tell you what to say, but what I'm just saying is that I'm challenging what you're saying. That, yes, back in barbaric times, men eat, sleep, work. Right. I get it. But now it is changing. We're like, nah, I don't like that. No, I don't like what you did in the bed today. You gotta talk to me, not talk at me. You're not my mom. That's a man telling you, like, yo, I'm showing my emotion. Like I'm showing it. He's not gonna say, dang, this is emotion time. Like, no, he is speaking and saying, I am hurt, I am bothered. Or sometimes what he's not saying too is showing emotion. So what I'm saying is that, like Esso said, like, you know, I want a woman that's gonna pay attention to me. You know, like, just like how women are speaking up more, us men, there are men now, there are batches of men that's like, yo, this is how I feel. They may not sound like me, cool, but they're showing it.
But
and
I love
we
that.
need you to
But
catch that.
that's why communication is so important,
It's
because
important.
there are some men out there who just don't communicate, and now
But that's them still communicating.
so not communicate. Well, yeah, I guess so. Not communicating is
Yeah,
communicating.
because we're different. That's why we're here to be like, yo, this is how
This
I
guy is.
communicate.
And this is how
If
I
you pissing
communicate.
me off,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying the word, I'm communicating like a motherfucker because pardon me, I'm communicating because I'm always talking to you. That's why he gave you the prerequisite. I want somebody, or if I can speak to you and we can have a conversation and talk about things candidly, then I'm more inclined to be closer to you. If you're not doing that type of thing, then I'm more inclined to shut myself down too. And if you know that that's what I want, I am definitely communicating with you loud and clear.
I can hear that.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of times the way it's interpreted by women is if he's not saying anything, I'm gonna try to get it out.
Yes,
That becomes
That's
a
true.
problem. That
Is that
becomes
an
a
issue?
problem.
Is
I
that
hate
an
that.
issue?
Because you don't have to try. You don't have to try to get it out. You know what the problem is. So you trying to get me to talk about it already, but you know I don't want to talk
All
about
right,
it.
let me ask a question. Like, okay, say that happens, right? You don't say anything. That's your form of communicating because you're not happy with it. Do you think that, like general men, do you think women are oblivious to that type of behavior? Because some of us just say, no, I want to figure out. I want him to tell me.
They're not oblivious because they just nosy and they want to know. And she knows right then and there. And she knows right then and there. All she got to do is take him home. Like, yo, listen, let's put this down and let's go home and let's have sex. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I
That's
don't
what it
know.
always ends up being.
If your ass gonna walk around with an attitude on my goddamn time, I'm gonna let you walk around with that attitude. When you ready to
Not if
talk,
you
come
like
holler
me.
at me, because I'm not playing those games.
Not
We
if you,
grown as hell.
not if you like me.
Grown as hell.
Jada,
Say
yo,
what the hell I
now
did.
you go, Jada. We're not talking about one of the dudes. We're not talking about the dude that you don't really like.
No, I'm talking about my man. He
No,
does
no.
that to this day. I'd be like, what did I do?
I'm not gonna say it on
Don't
camera
walk
because
around.
we're friends now, so I'm not gonna say it on camera. But she knows what I would
I
have
know what he's
said.
talking about.
After she said that, I would have said, Jada, you know why? Because you don't like him. And then she would have argued with me. But I would have said, yo, you don't like him because if
You're right.
If your dude walking around with a tube and you know why he's walking around with a tube, you are going to fix that, especially
right.
the personality
Okay, you're right.
of what you're saying. She's gonna fix it.
That's
If
good.
any change in behavior, I say, hey, what's going on? Did I do something?
But do you know what you had done
I don't know,
already?
but
I know
that's
what
the
I
thing.
All the
did.
time.
I know what I did.
Come
I don't know what I did. I don't know.
Kamalini, you never know what you did.
I mean, sometimes
Come
I
on,
know.
stop it.
Sometimes I know.
Comma capping. Stop it.
You know what you
Sometimes
did.
I know.
Stop
Sometimes
it.
I know. Sometimes I genuinely don't know. But other times I do, and I'm like, you know
Even
what?
nice women know the BS they do. Stop. Because they're not nice all the time. They're not innocent. They're not like, well, let's talk to me. Let me know what you want to know, what you need to do, and all that. No, they got Southside in them too, the Bronx in them too, and it comes out when they don't like something. You see, she just put the middle finger up. She was just talking all night, and see, it comes out.
Yeah, I ain't
That
even
is
gonna hold
crazy.
you. I know what the hell I did. Now you gonna
I'm a-
be in my
I'm a-
place
Now
or
we're gonna
what?
talk about
I want to go. I'm gonna share this right. Y'all guys tell me. This might be poetic. But I'm gonna go a little interesting with my perspective because I was listening and Esso talked about before getting in a relationship. This person needs to be kind of complete enough or happy with themselves, right? So we've all been in relationships, right? And let's say you've been in one for 3 years, and I've had a little longer. Let's say 6 years. And you trying, and it's just not working. And it comes to a point where the relationship plateaus. And I want to add to what Esso was saying is that I'm going to learn from this relationship that didn't work, And that's how I'm gonna provide security to the next relationship. Because what we tend to do is like, yo, I want it to work. And I get it, you may have kids, you may have businesses together, you put in time. But some things reach its, end, right? It has a glass ceiling. And what you can do for the next relationship is just learning from this, and then you can be that version of what Esso's saying, being happy. But if you just, I'm gonna stay with you 10, 20, 30 years, and we argue and we're just not happy and we only staying together for history, it is history. It's gonna be history. So I think that's another way we can provide security for our next self and next relationship.
But is that an issue with security? Because I was in a relationship with my baby moms for 11 and a half years, and you just draw something up with me. And I knew I should have left and all that. But I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I just really felt secure knowing that she was, I got my own work. I do my own thing. I never worked for nobody, but she worked within the school system. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't living nowhere near the life that I was living. I was wilding, popping ecstasy, weed, partying hard, doing all types of stuff. So I think maybe I stayed with her that long knowing it was wrong because it was just a secure place, but I was not happy. I did not wake up excited.
Security,
I was waking up feeling like I'm glad that my daughter is in this house, and my biggest joy was kissing her before she went to school every day.
So we all do that. We find a
security
clean
or
spot in a mess.
complacency,
Yeah, it is that.
It's
Yeah.
complacency because it's like
False sense.
you know.
So that's not security, that's
It's complacency.
complacency. Gotcha.
But it can be masked.
That's a
as
waste.
It could be
Anybody
I think
who's
it could be
doing that, I'm sorry, but that is not the way. Like,
I didn't know.
I know, I get it, but
That's the
one thing we don't get back in this life is time, and that is something that I refuse to do. If I am not getting what I need out of a relationship, I'm gonna start working on my exit out.